The practice, we are working with a theme of uplift and energise just now. Think about it as a little spring clean, a little lift to the spirits. Yeah, so we're just going to try and just release any stagnant energy, but it's working into your hamstrings and backs of the legs this week. We've been doing the front body for quite a while, so we're kind of focusing on the back body and opening the hips as well. So let's see how we go on. To start off with, I'd like you to come into a hip opener straight away. So what I'm going to suggest is you can put a wee pillow at the back for your head if you want. Your bolster or cushions or any padding underneath the backs of your knees with the soles of the feet together, and come all the way onto your back. Take a moment just to get comfortable, to adjust yourself, and to spread yourself across the mat, just wiggling your way in. Make sure there's enough support for your knees at this point so that the hips are getting a stretch, but you're not coming in too intense at all. And then once you've got into the position, just start to, as you close your eyes down, just notice the light fade and just make this representative of the distractions just fading away into the background. Allow everything to fall to the side. The only thing we need to focus on for the next 45 minutes is the body, the breath and the movement. Everything else can wait. I want you to approach your practice as we're dealing with that lightness of energy. I'm going to focus that in a second through the breath. But I want you to approach your practice with a wee bit of playfulness and fun. We're going to energise towards the end. We're going to start off by gently opening the areas that we want to work into. And then we're going to take it into a flow. So unclench your teeth and soften your jaw. Focus on just releasing your entire body as much as you possibly can at this point. Take a little inventory through from the soles of your feet where you feel them pressed together, all the way through your legs, your ankles, and just trace your body almost as if you're just outlining with a pen around your body. And as you kind of get to the features of your body, your knees, you're just noticing how everything feels. And you're just glazing over it, noticing and observing. Once you get to the back body, just allow your back to soften as much as possible onto the mat. Give your shoulders permission to unhug your ears and to release down your back. Once you get to your face, you know the hot spots, the jaw, the eyes, just unclench everywhere. And then just retrace down to your chest and just start to focus on that area of your body and just start to link into that rise and fall as the breath comes in and out organically of the body. We don't need to make any adjustments yet, we're just watching and noticing. For today, we're really focusing on those inhalations. So allow the exhalations to unfold, but really just give that inhalation your undivided attention. Within that inhalation is where that uplift is, that energise. So as you inhale the next time, perhaps draw the breath in a little bit deeper till you fill your lungs to whatever's comfortable, and just notice that slight lift that you get at the top of your inhalation, almost as if you're just floating up slightly. Allow the exhalation just to naturally happen, just allow that softness to release. And then again, just inhale, focus focusing on that breath coming in, opening the body, allowing you to just feel that little lift in energy. And then exhaling back out. Taking one more breath like that. Giving your full undivided attention to that lift. So as we focus on the lightness, we are just releasing any of that stagnant energy that kind of drags us down. You're ready, open your eyes again. And we're just going to push ourselves up to a seated butterfly position. So just keep your bolster for the time being. Once you get up, so gently just push yourself up as easily as you can, whatever way you can, and bring yourself back to your butterfly pose. So you're going to have to adjust your seat here. What I suggest you do is you just walk your sit bones back till you start to feel a stretch, hopefully at the back of your hamstrings into where your glutes meet your hamstrings, and that's where we want to really focus on. Knees are just supported to the side, and then once you've got that, make sure that your spine is nice and long. I can see you from here, most of you look lovely and nice and upright. Rotate your shoulders back and just soften them down your back. Ground your left hand, just little cupcake hands to the earth next to your shoulder, your left shoulder, so you're just drawn out to the side. And then as you inhale, both shoulders in line, you're sweeping up all the way through that right hand side of the body. Once you get to the top, think about anchoring down through your right sit bone and drawn all the way from the hip bone to the underarm up. And then as you exhale, just allow yourself to soften over and try and avoid this shoulder coming forward. You're keeping that shoulder back and the stretches through the side body. We're just going to stay there for 3 breaths, just focusing on that uplift through the right hand side. And then just allowing that exhalation to naturally happen. And it's for a count of 3 breaths. And with your next inhalation, sweep all the way back up through centre. Gently ground your right hand down. And then inhale and just shoot all the way up through that left hand side. Same thing again, pause for a second. Find the left sit bone, anchor down and through. And just feel that opening through all those intercostal muscles between the rib cage. You'll feel the waist stretch. And with every inhalation, you can perhaps scoop up slightly more and just exhaling, coming over, almost like we're just popping the seams of the side body and just releasing whatever's there. And then inhale and sweep all the way back up through centre with fingertips lifting up. Take a nice little exhalation, allow it to happen naturally. And then inhale and the fingertips reach up. Make sure your shoulders aren't coming up to your ears. Leave them where they are. And you're just taking your gaze up and really connecting to that uplift through the spine, the full body. And then release the hands all the way back down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling, sweeping up. Allowing that exhalation to soften the shoulders, but you keep that lifting energy up. And then wait for your next exhalation and sweep all the way back down again. Last one, inhale, sweep up. Stay for the exhalation. Soften the shoulders, soften the face. Inhale back up. Fill up. And then exhale and sweep all the way back down again. Draw your knees together for a second and just release whatever you were using underneath your knees. We're going to go a wee bit deeper. Lengthen your legs out in front of you. Again, become aware of how you're sitting. Walk your sit bones back. Toes towards the eyes. And just take a breath here. Start to bend into your right knee. So as you do that, you keep a flex in your foot, always protecting your knee. You're drawing your foot in towards your groin. It can be at your knee, it can be at your calf, whatever feels good. Option 1 is here for the twist. Option 2, if you want to come into deer pose, I know a lot of your knees aren't happy with this, but I'm going to give you the option. Gently bring yourself over towards the right hand side onto the right hand. Start to rotate your left knee in towards the midline of your body, keeping a flex in your foot, and then gently just scoop that knee back. So you've got option 1 or option 2, both are absolutely amazing. Inhale and sweep the fingertips all the way up. Feel that lift again through the body. And then as you exhale, you're gently coming over for a twist. 2 options here again. So focus on the right hand first of all, coming in behind the lower back. With the left hand, you've got the option to take it to the left knee. Or if you want to go deep into your twist, you're anchoring through your right knee. So wherever you are, just allow yourself to settle there. And then inhale and find that stretch up through the spine. Exhaling, releasing round. You're here for 2 more breaths. You can just settle here if you feel a nice little twist and you're happy with that. If you want to come further into it, you're using that inhalation to find space. Find that lift and that exhalation to draw around. Inhale and sweep all the way back up through centre. And then as you exhale, bring those hands down to the earth. Again, if you've taken deer pose, just bring yourself onto your right bum cheek. And then release that left leg all the way up. And then just lengthen out through the right leg. Give them a shake off. Bring your hands just behind your back and gently release off. When you're ready, we're going for the heart opener. So you're inhaling, you're pushing your chest up, softening your shoulders down, taking your gaze up. And then exhale and push your heart in the other direction, round your spine in the other direction. Bring your chin down to your chest. 2 more just like that. Inhaling, lifting the chest up, softening the shoulders down, taking the gaze up. And then exhale and release all the way back down. Again, link into that lift. As you inhale, you lift your heart, your chest, your body up. And then you exhale and you round, balance it all the way out. Walk your hands all the way forward. We're going for the twist in the other direction. So bring your left foot in towards your thigh or your knee, wherever feels comfortable. If it's too much as well, you can still pad out that bent knee if you wish. Option 1's here, you can do a twist absolutely fine from here. Option 2, rotate onto your left bum cheek, onto your left hand, and then just scoop that knee back and set up for your deer pose. Always when I get into deer pose, I have to just wiggle my hips about so that I can get comfortable. When you're ready, inhale and sweep up and through. And then as you exhale, start to rotate the chest round where you've got that lovely big bit of space. Choose your hand position. Open twist is lovely. Closed twist is a wee bit more intense, so decide where you're going. And then inhale and draw up and away from those sit bones again. Feel everything release and float up. And then exhale and take it further if you wish. 1 more breath, inhaling, coming up. And then exhaling and drawing round. Inhale, sweep all the way back up through centre. And then exhale and float those hands down by the side. Again, we're going to bring ourselves out of deer. If you came into it, over to the left hand side. So you're giving yourself space, flexing the foot, lengthening it forward, and then lengthening both legs out in front of you. While you're here, take a moment, perhaps chest opener, and I'll get the delivery man in the door. I'll get it later, Jason, thanks. Forgot Jason's in. So from here, where are we again? Yeah, we're going to come into Malasana squat. So we've got so many options for this. Start by bringing your heels in towards your bum. Take a block or a cushion if you want to take it in nice and gentle. Actually, we'll all start gentle. So take something and place it under your bum. And then walk your heels in towards your groin. You can be here with your Malasana squat as well, it's still a squat, whatever feels good for you. Perfect, just give you a moment just to adjust into it. Lovely. Once you've got there, adjust yourself accordingly. Make sure your knees are coming out over your toes just to protect those knees. Once you've got that kind of shape of your legs, find your sit bones again against whatever you're sitting on and inhale and draw all the way up. Bring your elbows just in between your knees, hands, Anjali Mudra, just at the centre of your chest, and then just start to rock from side to side. So just releasing whatever is there within the hips and just working nice and deep into it. So we're going to take our spine in the last direction. Gently bring your hands just out in front of you. If you find it really hard to get your hands down, or if there's anything happening in the back, just stay nice and upright. Also, what you can do is take your bolster or whatever else and place that in front of you to give you that nice built up position. If your hands are down, you're drawing your heart through in between your knees, you're taking your gaze up and you're just crawling your fingertips forward. If your spine is happy, push your heart to the back of your body. If it's not happy, just stay where you are and just allow your head to come down. Draw your chin in towards your chest and just feel that stretch through the back of the shoulders. Take a couple of breaths here. Magpie attack in the back garden. On you go. Go. Last breath here. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way up into a forward fold. So I'm going to let you do that whatever way you can. Suggestion is bring your feet parallel, push yourself forward, and then just start to push your bum up into the air. Keep your knees nice and soft. Our target area is the calves and also the backs of the legs. And by straightening the legs up, you work deeper into that area. But see if your back is tight this morning, I would suggest keeping your knees nice and soft so that you can kind of release into that lower back. So always just tailoring these poses to suit what's going on with our body, regardless of what the theme of the class is. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow like you're making a frame for your head. And then just spend a little bit of time here releasing into the back of the body whenever you need to stretch out. Again, you can take it into a gentle flow, rocking from side to side. Let go of your head, let go of your neck. How relaxed can you be in your forward fold? Lovely. When you're ready, let's release our hands from our elbows and then bring your hands onto your shins and just gently start to find a half lift. So once you've got your hands on your shins, think about drawing the tail back, lengthening the spine forward. It's almost as if you're drawing your chest down to look at the floor. You're keeping your gaze down there as well because we want that nice long stretch through the back of the neck. And you're softening your shoulders, so the shoulders aren't round the ears, the shoulders are relaxed down the back. Just here for another breath. Feel that stretch, that release of energy from the tail all the way to the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, bring yourself back down into your forward fold. So I'm going to energize here. Our next inhalation, sweep all the way up, anchor through the heels, knees are soft. And you're rising up and feel that lift up through at the end. As you exhale, almost as if you're doing breaststroke, you're releasing and just carving through all that stagnant energy and coming all the way back down again. 2 more just like that. Inhaling, make it as energetic as you wish to go this morning. And then exhaling and swan diving down, chest as the leader here. Inhaling, sweeping up and through. And then exhaling and diving all the way back down. In fact, let's do 2 more because it feels so good. Inhaling, sweep up. Exhaling, swan dive down. You've got 1 more just like that. Inhaling, sweeping up. And then exhaling and coming all the way down. Pause here for a second. Release and let go. This is when I regret having porridge about 20 minutes ago. Take a halfway lift, hands on the shins, draw up, gaze down, exhale, release back down again. If you have blocks, I would bring them into this show right about now. Place them at the front of your mat because you might need them. If you've not got blocks, don't worry about it. If you've not got blocks, you might need to soften your knees all the way down because we're going to bring our weight into our right foot and start to into our left foot and start to peel our right foot all the way off. You're going to take 1 step, 2 steps, whatever it takes to get a nice wide stance between your feet. Once you've got that there, draw your knee down onto the floor. If that knee's sensitive, you need to pad it out, take some padding through. So I'll give you a moment to get into your low lunge. Amazing, we're all there. Hands on the blocks if you've got them. And then gently stay low, so we're just finding our foundations here. Start to press your hips forward, not spilling your core on, so keep your core lifted. Once you get all the way forward, making sure that knee is not coming over the toes, gently just lift your gaze and your heart up and just feel that gentle uplift. As you exhale, we're gently rotating the hips all the way back until you feel that nice stretch through the back of the leg, and it's going to be really subtle to start off with. And then inhale and start to go in the other direction. Press your hips forward, take your gaze up and lift your chest all the way up. Feel that uplift of that energy. And then conversely, exhaling, pushing back, perhaps finding your heel this time, finding the back of your leg, and then drawing all the way back forward. Find the sole of your foot, lift your chest up, and rise all the way up this time. Keep your hips exactly where they are. You'll need to really stabilise through the core, the inner legs. Inhale and reach up at the top of that inhalation, and then exhale and bring your hands back down onto your blocks. Tuck your back toe under, and then next inhalation we're rising up to a high crescent lunge, so I'll give you a moment to get there, that's it. So you'll need to take a bit of a lift off those blocks. Once you've got up to the high crescent lunge, square your hips, so you need to take them and wiggle them towards the front. Notice your back leg, switch on that back thigh and it'll really help. And then start to bend into that front knee. So you can bend in as much as your leg strength will take you. You do not have to be at 90 degrees. Once you've got that there, inhale and sweep all the way up and through. Reaching up. And then as you exhale, you're gently coming down, hands are coming down towards the earth. You don't have to come all the way down, remember. Inhale and shoot all the way up and lift that energy up. And then exhale and start to travel back down again. Take your time, your breath, your practice. Inhaling, shooting all the way up and through. And then exhaling and coming back down again. Amazing, these look really good. You can see how you've got to use all your muscles. We'll do one more. Inhaling, coming up. And then this time you're going to stay up. But as you exhale, bring your hands onto your hips and gently start to straighten your front leg. Take a step in with the back leg. We're setting up for pyramid pose here. So what I want you to do is have a nice channel in between your legs. So maybe bring the right foot out to the side of the mat, and maybe the left foot walks forward. Bring your foot in, your back foot in, so that you can get your legs straight but your knees aren't locked out. Take your hands onto your hips. Gently draw your left hip back and your right hip back with it. Bringing your chest forward just till you find the backs of your legs. Nothing too intense. You just want to feel a nice gentle stretch. Your gaze is just in front of you. Allow your breath to be free. One more. And then inhale and draw all the way back up into your pyramid pose. Gently start to rotate round. So bring yourself onto the ball of your back foot and rotate your heel in. We're setting up for a wide-legged squat, just like a molasses squat, but we're standing. So toes are flicked out to the side and heels are in towards the body. Once you've got that there, gently start to track your knees over your feet, coming down as far as you wish. Notice how my chest has come forward, so I'm going to come up a little bit and lift my shoulders up. So just allow yourself to draw the tailbone under and take the gaze out in front of you into your goddess squat. Inhale and start to rise all the way up, straighten your legs and hands shoot up. And then as you exhale, we're gently coming back into our expression of our goddess squat. Elbows bend and bum softens down. Inhaling, shooting back up, really nice. And then exhaling and gently coming down just as much as feels okay. Last one, inhaling, feeling that stretch, anchor through the heels, rise all the way up. And then when you're ready, rotate onto the ball of your back foot, so you need to use that to get the kind of twist round. Left foot points towards the front, and take a big breath in and step back to the front of your mat. Really nice. Take a moment here into your mountain pose. So hands out to the side, feet are hip width apart, have a wee glance down, just, doesn't have to be an exact size, just how it feels. Then draw your tailbone under, so just push your bum under and you'll feel your core switch on. Soften your shoulders down, allow yourself just to be here in this tall, but you're not tense pose of your mountain pose. Again, start to tap into that breath, that uplifting breath of those inhalations, energising your body. And 2 more breaths just like that. So we're going to take 3 energising breaths again, but if you wish to just stay here, please do. When you're ready, inhale and sweep the fingertips all the way up. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, softening the knees, you're travelling down to your forward fold. Inhaling and sweeping all the way back up and through. And then exhaling and swan diving down, chest as the leader. Inhaling, nice soft knees, like a spring you rise all the way up, and then exhaling and sweeping back down again. Once you get down there, pause for a second, let's focus on the softness, letting go of the head, the neck, finding that balance, and just letting go into your forward fold. Knees are nice and soft. Focus on the back of your body, feel that stretch, that release. Wait for your next inhalation, halfway lift. And then exhaling and releasing all the way back down. So blocks to the ready if you've got them. Ground into your right foot and start to peel your left foot all the way off. 2 steps, 3 steps, whatever it takes. Once you get back, ground your left knee down. And set up for that low lunge again. Bring that padding in for the back knee if you need it. And bring those blocks into the show as well if you need them. You're going to gently just start to press the hips forward. Wait for an inhalation. As that starts to rise, you soften your shoulders, but you lift your chest and your gaze, and you just feel that little bit of energy lifting you up. As you exhale, we're making the journey in the other direction. Gently pushing your hips back. You don't need to come all the way back, just till you start to feel the back leg, perhaps the toe lifts. And then going in the other direction. Inhaling, pushing up and through. Lifting the heart, the chest, big breath in. And then exhaling, draw those inner thighs together and gently make that journey all the way back. Inhaling, coming forward. Lifting the heart, the chest. Feel that energy just rise as you rise. And then exhale, last one. Push all the way back. Inhale, draw forward. Set your knee over your heel. Use your blocks if you need to. Tuck your back toe under if it's not already tucked and lift your back knee up. Once you've got that there, you're going to have to use the biggest bit of energy to rise up and through to your high crescent lunge. So just adjust wherever you can. Wiggle your hips to the forward. And just feel as if your hips are squared forward and your chest is all the way forward. Back leg, how's it doing? Lift up into the back leg, feel that energy at the back leg and bend into that front knee. Once you've got your nice version of your expression of your high crescent lunge, sweep your hands all the way up. Feel that energy lifting up as you lift up and through your body. A little bit of rise. And then as you exhale, you can come down to here, or you can come all the way down, whatever feels good. And then you're inhaling, you're shooting back up again. Feel that lift at the top, and then exhaling and drawing back down again. Inhaling and rising. Last one, exhaling and grounding. Next inhalation, rise all the way back up and through to your high crescent lunge. Straighten that front leg and gently draw your back leg in. Somewhere too that you can get your heel, your back heel on the floor. So just wiggle about to get there. And then once you've got that there, the front leg is straight but is by no means locked out. We're never locking out. Let's take a little uplift. Inhale, scoop the chest forward and lift the gaze up. Soften the shoulders down the back. And then as you exhale, you're coming forward, you're looking for your hamstrings to feel them. Once you've found them, you've felt the stretch, you're just sticking there. Take the gaze slightly up and just breathe into the back of your legs, releasing any tightness through the bum and also the hamstring. We're all doing a lot of walking just now out in our walks, so all of these areas start to tighten up, so it's really good to give them a wee bit of love and attention. Next inhalation, rise all the way up and through. And then as you exhale, we're not going to go to goddess this time, we're going to go to a nice wide, yay, everybody says, nice wide-legged forward fold. So take your blocks round if you've got them. Bring your feet parallel this time. Find the outer blades of your feet and press into them. Lift your toes and spread them, and knees are really nice. So always think about your knees are like a boy knee spring. So make sure you've got a wee bit of springiness in them. Hands are on the hips. Inhale and sweep all the way up and through. Draw the tail under. Lift up. And then as you exhale, you're gently swan diving down, just like we did at our forward fold. To find that nice forward fold. Hands on your blocks or on the ground. Gently draw your tail back. Lift your gaze up. Remember, you don't need to come down as far as I am. You can come halfway down is perfect. And just breathe into it. And one more breath. Next inhalation, start to lift the chest up, anchor through the heels, the feet, knees are soft, sweep all the way back up and through. And then as you exhale, you're pivoting on both feet, so ball of the back foot, you're pointing your right foot towards the front of the mat. Sweep the hands up, and then bring your hands down to frame your right foot, and we're stepping back to plank, and then back to half plank. So I'll meet you all down on your hands and knees in your half plank position. Lovely. When you're ready, we're going to take a cat-cow to release all of that flow off. So gently inhaling, drawing the tail up, drop the stomach down, spread the hands really nice and wide, and invite the chest and the collarbone and the gaze through. And then as you exhale, we're going the other direction. Tail is the leader. Draw it under, push the navel up, the heart back. Feel that stretch to the spine and allow the head to soften down as much as you can. Inhaling, scooping all the way through, tail through, chest through, collarbone through. Gaze up, and then exhaling in the other direction. For your last little repetition, I want you to do it with your eyes closed. Even if you want to work in circles as well, and just gently releasing out whatever you need to release out, just exploring. And then when you're ready, I'll meet you all in Anahatasana. So walking your hands forward, keeping your hips exactly over your knees. The hands are the only thing that move, and the arms stretch. And finding your version of Anahatasana, so the head might be up if the shoulders are tight, or the head can come all the way down. Walk your hands apart if the shoulders are really tight, and it helps to take that compression out of the shoulders. Allow yourself just to breathe into it here. And then when you're ready, find your forearms and gently make your way onto your Sphinx pose. Coming all the way down. So all that movement, our bodies are nice and warm. We're just going to spend a moment here. Just lengthen your legs back, invite your chest through, and take your gaze through, or allow your chest to be soft if your back is really tight today, and just breathe into it. When you're ready, we'll release your chest back down onto the earth, sweep the hands back. We're going to go for Cobra, but you know Sphinx is your option if everything is tight today. Hands are at the chest if you're coming to Cobra, elbows are almost hugging into the rib cage. And then you're inhaling, you're peeling up and off, coming up as far as that body wants you to go, and then exhaling back down. We'll take 2 more rounds of that. Inhaling, rising up, and then exhaling and peeling back down, really nice. Feel every part of it. Last time. And then we're going to push yourself back up to half plank. So I suggest bringing your hands down just below your chest. Make sure that your elbows are over your wrists. And just gently push yourself up. Heels together, knees apart, and into your child's pose. Allow yourself to just rest here for a second. Perhaps rotate the head back and forward. And just release into your little cave. Find that breath again here, always looking for the uplift. And just notice how it feels in this pose, this shape. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back towards your knees. Curtsy your bum off to the side and lengthen your legs out in front of you. Pull yourself onto the back of your body. So options here, we can come into a shoulder stand, or we can come into our legs up the wall. If you're doing legs up the wall, if you want to, actually you could do thread the needle. So heel on there, just working still into the hips and also into the hamstrings if you wish, or you've got your legs up the wall. Soles together, whatever feels good. If you're coming into shoulder stand, start to finish energising. Legs up is energising as well. Just start to bring yourself up. If you would like me to talk you through shoulder stand, just stay seated up and I'll take you through it. Yep, Jackie, I'll just give you a wee demonstration. Amazing, Anna, legs up, perfect. Moira and Agnes, fantastic. Everybody doing their own thing to suit how they feel this morning. I absolutely love it. So first thing is ponytail out, and then you're rolling onto your back. So elbows are right far apart. I always correct my elbows before I come up any further. And you can feel, just by bringing the elbows in, it gives you that lift, and it also gets you onto your shoulders. Once I've got that there, I'm finding the bony bit at the bottom of my back, and then lengthening the legs all the way up. Almost as if somebody's just pulled me up through the toes, gently drawing the chin into the chest, and that takes any pressure off the back of the neck. Right over left to start off with. Everything is engaged here, lifting me up, and then swapping to there. You can even start with one breath to come out, my knees come in, around through the back, and release back down again. Any adjustments for you? Amazing, Jackie. Amazing. Is that your first one that you've done? Amazing. That looked amazing. Really, really good. The next time you're doing it, I'll give you a wee adjustment, so I will, but that's fantastic. And you'll feel the benefit of that because it just gives you that little release. And then whenever you're ready, ladies, if you start making your way back down off your pose, Anna, you're up and legs up the wall, and Moira as well. If you want to stay there, you can. But anybody, Agnes and Jackie, that took the shoulder stand, you need to come into fish pose. It's the yoga law. So soles of the feet together, knees are out wide, because we're still working into the hips. Palms of the hands are down onto the earth. Backs of the hands are into the lower back, and then make your way down, almost as if you're just sunbathing. And then gently, we're going to focus on that uplift. So inhale, draw the heart up, the chest up, soften the shoulders back, and just take the gaze up. If you know your neck is happy with it, you can kind of stimulate the thyroid gland, the throat chakra, by gently just pursing your lips together and allowing your head to come back a little further, giving the front of your neck a nice stretch as well. 3 breaths all together. Again, be with that uplift. And then when you're ready, gently draw your knees together and make your way down onto your back. Cross your ankles, right ankle over left ankle to start off with, knees into the chest. Bring your hands gently onto your knees and just rock from side to side. And then just uncross your ankles and cross them the other way, and you're just gently rocking from side to side. Soles of the feet down onto the earth. Feet a bit hip width apart for this version of your twist. Palms face up and just out to the side, almost like low angel wings. And then take an inhalation to the lower back, bringing yourself back down to the ground. And then exhaling and drawing your knees over to the right hand side. Inhale back through centre, and then over towards the left hand side. And then coming all the way back through, and just find your shape for your Shavasana. I suggest something underneath the backs of your knees that's entirely up to yourself. Soften your body down, pad yourself out, and just prepare yourself to let go. Clench your teeth and soften your jaw. So we're going to start at the soles of your feet, and you're just going to trace your body all the way through. And as you graze over each part of your body, I just want you to soften and release. When you get to your chest, the centre of your chest, once you've taken the inventory up to there, Just rest your awareness on the centre of your chest. Just being with that inhalation and exhalation. Just feeling it coming in and out of your body. Notice that lift and just pause to be with that again. And just allow the exhalation to soften out. Again, last one. Just pausing to notice that life force coming in. That lift of that breath, energising and releasing the body. And then just continue all the way through your shoulders, your neck, your face, and each of your arms. Just allowing that softness to be invited in. And as we approach this spring equinox, it's almost as if we're just sweeping out all of that stagnant energy from the winter. And as we start to see the sun and the sky, we can't help but feel uplifted. And little flows like this are there to energise and to really tap into that uplifting energy that we all need right now. And gently bring yourself back to your body. To create a little bit of movement into your toes, your fingers. Your ankles, your wrists. When you're ready, bring your knees back into your chest. This time wrap your arms around the backs of your knees or the fronts of your knees, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, on an inhalation, peel your lower back up. Draw your shoulders up almost as if you're making yourself into a tiny little seat. And then as you exhale, just allow yourself to soften onto whatever side of your body feels good. Take a moment there just to pause. Don't jump ahead. And then whenever you feel ready, push yourself back up to seated. Inhaling, taking one last energising sweep up through the body. And then exhaling, hands at heart centre or placed on the inner thighs. Thank you for joining me for our Tuesday morning energising yin yang. Have an amazing day, ladies. The sun is